making moves, we don't play. Stacking vision every day. Mikki J, she lead the way. From the grind to the getaway.
Welcome to Making Moves with Mikki J, where bold moves, big dreams, and real results collide. I'm Mikki J, your host, agent, coach, and clarity partner, here to help you build the life, the legacy, and the mindset you were born for. Let's dive in if you're ready to move with somebody. Everybody wants the mansion life, but nobody wants to pour the concrete foundation. Everyone wants to have a get rich quick scheme. 30 days and I make $1 million. And that's just not realistic. Success is not won by skipping steps. You have to be disciplined and consistent in everything you do. Today, we're really talking about foundation and how your foundation is the cornerstone. That is everything. If you don't have a baseline, good foundation to what it is that you're trying to accomplish, you'll fall flat. And that's just how it works. There are three components to your foundation: a good, strong foundation, building that strong foundation. And the first component is your vision. Vision, if it's cloudy, you'll be clumsy, period. You'll be haphazardly walking through life trying to make things happen. And what things? For what reason? What impact are you seeking to have? Vision is the first part. That's where you start. If you can't see it, you can't make it be. So, first, you have to have a strong vision. And the vision has to be clear. It has to be crystal clear so that you know exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish, exactly the impact that you're seeking to have on other individuals, on the lives of the people that you seek to serve. Now, even if you're not an entrepreneur, you can be an entrepreneur. You still need to have a vision for your life, a vision for your career, period. Vision is everything. Without it, you're lost because you don't know where you're going. So, the next component is your values. What do you value? What makes you you, right? Your isms that help you discern where you're going. It's your moral compass. So values comes in number two. That's where you dig in and you ask yourself, what do I really feel passionate about? Where do I really come alive? If when you're talking about this particular topic, you just lose track of time, if when you're doing this particular activity, you could just do it for free and you could just do it until you lose track of time as well. Those are the things that you're passionate about and that really speak to you. So if you're the type of person that every time you hear about some sort of injustice or some sort of wrong that someone is encountering or experiencing, that's a telltale sign to you that maybe you have a value system that's set around political activism or social politics, things of that nature. So you want to look at what are the things that really speak to you. Are you a creative? Do you enjoy writing stories? Do you enjoy storytelling? Do you enjoy painting? Do you enjoy making music? And why? After you discern what am I passionate about, then ask yourself, why am I passionate about these things? What is it about music that really speaks to me? What is it about painting that really speaks to me? And digging in and figuring out, well, I enjoy seeing something come from nothing. I enjoy my ability to make something out of nothing, the resourcefulness of it. That can be one of your values, to be resourceful and efficient and everything you do. You your values and your passions are closely aligned. The things that you feel passionate about, you value. And to ask yourself why you value those things, why you love and enjoy, and really, if you're an analytical type and you really enjoy research and you really enjoy analysis and coming up with a solution, why? Is it so that you can impact change in others' lives? Impact, can see the outcome of your words, actions, and ideas? What is it that you're trying to accomplish when you're doing these things? And that can help you hone in on what your values are and what you truly are passionate about, and what you truly value in your life. So one thing to ask yourself is, how do my values help me choose the right opportunities? Because your values are important, because they do help you round out what opportunities to take and which opportunities to leave on the table. Because if you know what you value and you know what you're passionate about, and you know what your impact, what you seek to make an impact in, and how you want to be remembered when you're gone, when you have those thoughts clear, we'll go back to that vision. When you have that vision clear, you can work with those values to get you there. But if you're picking up any and everything that comes your way in terms of opportunities, and you're not able to be selective as you should be, then you're missing the mark. You're not going to achieve what you were put here to achieve. You'll be achieving other people's dreams all over the place, but your dreams will be deferred because you're not connecting your vision for your life and your vision for your impact. You're not connecting that with your values, what you really care about. So if you are a real estate agent, right? I'm a real estate agent. If I didn't value home ownership and I didn't seek to have an impact in people's lives in the matter of home ownership, and I didn't value home ownership at a certain level, I don't think that would make me a very good real estate agent. Not because I couldn't do it, but because my heart wouldn't be in it. My being wouldn't be being fulfilled when I have a transaction that closes. It'll just be a check. And checks are great, but after you spend the money, what do you have? What legacy are you going to leave? What are people going to say about you? Because if you're in it for a check, it won't be any repeat business, I tell you that. Because people pick up on that, and people want to be served and taken care of, and in those moments. And if your heart isn't in it, if you don't really care about helping people with realizing their dream of home ownership, if that's not something that's deep down inside a value system, intrinsic value of some sort, you'll burn out fast. And it's like that with most industries, most things that we do, which is why so many people are experiencing burnout. are experiencing just complete lack of motivation in their current roles because they've put themselves in positions that don't speak to them or their mission or their values. So we've got the vision first, and then we've got our values. The third component of your foundation is your vehicles. I touched on this a little bit in the last one, but ultimately, you need the proper vehicle for your foundation. Let me expound. One vehicle could be real estate, one vehicle could be coaching, one vehicle could be pharmaceutical sales. It doesn't matter. Whatever your profession is, whatever your career is, that's a vehicle. It's a vehicle for you to get your impact made. It's a vehicle for you to get your purpose out into the world. So if you're doing something just for the money and you don't have a value system that's tied to what you're doing, that means that your actions every day are not in alignment with your values. What you find to be most important in this life you're living. And if what you do for a living is not tied to a value system of yours, then you're going to ultimately feel stuck. You'll feel burnt out. You'll feel like hopeless. What is this all for? None of this has any meaning because it doesn't. You're not doing it for a purpose other than a check. And you can get a check doing all kinds of things. So why'd you pick being a bank teller? Not that there's anything wrong with being a bank teller, but you need to enjoy counting money and having accountants for money. And that needs to be a value of yours. Having accuracy and those things need to be a part of your value system. Trustworthiness needs to be a part of your value system if you're going to be a teller, right? Handling other people's money, you need to have certain values in place, or you're not going to be a very good teller or anything else. So, our three pieces of foundation here are our vision, our values, and the vehicle by which we're going to get that vision executed. So the vision is where we're going. This is the big picture of where we're headed, where we're going, what we're seeking to accomplish with our lives. Then our values are the things that we incorporate to help get us there, right? In conjunction with the vehicle, because the values help you pick the vehicle. So the vision needs the values, which need the vehicle. So all of that is wrapped up to say build your life on a stable, firm, solid foundation. But how do you know if you're on a solid foundation? What does it look like when someone's built their life on a solid foundation? Well, that looks a lot like someone who has a value system that aligns with where they say they want to go with their life, and they're operating vehicles, maybe one, maybe two, maybe three, however many, they're operating vehicles to get them to the vision using the values to help them pick the vehicle. So that's someone wants to be a doctor. right? They see that in their vision for their life, they are going to be an orthopedic surgeon. So, what does building a good foundation look like for that person? Well, first off, why orthopedics? It's great to be specific. I would like everyone under my voice to be specific. Orthopedic surgeon, right? OBGYN, lawyer, doctors, and firefighter. I don't care. Whatever it is, that person would then need to have values that are in alignment with caring for individuals, healing ailments, seeing that through. They would have to be a reader. They need to learn, have a zest for reading. That certain things about them need to be in alignment with what it would take to get there. And you want to be an orthopedic surgeon. Why? What is the purpose? What is your overarching mission? Is it because you want to be able to be the first person to do this complicated surgeries and heal people's bunions? You grew up and had a parent that had real bad bunions and couldn't walk good, and it promoted in you the desire to want to help people with that particular problem. Now, that's a proper vehicle. That's a proper vehicle for the passion and the values that you have. So, what are some red flags to let you know that it's time to pause or rebuild? For me, some of the signs that maybe your foundation is shaky and you need to rebuild, you need to start over, is you burnt out. You tired of doing what you're doing and you don't want to do it no more. If you find yourself feeling like I just don't want to do this no more, I don't want to get up, I don't want to do this, I have no motivation, I have no drive for this, and the thing that ultimately may get you up and out of the bed and into the car or wherever, right? The thing that gets you up is the bills, the fact that you need to check, and that's the only thing that's got you moving. You need to rethink some things. Your foundation is weak and shaky because you can abandon ship. When you have something that's mission based in you and it connects with your values and it connects with who you are as an individual, and that's what you do every day, you don't get you get tired from doing it too much. But burnout, where you don't want to do it anymore, well, when you're doing the thing you love or you're doing the thing that you feel is so important to the life that we live here, you're offering something to people that people need. And if you don't do what you do, you'll be missed. That particular thing that you do, the way you do what you do, your specific spin on it, that will be missing. And how does that make you feel? And that gets you out of bed, not the check, but the responsibility that you feel for what you bring to the world. That that's when you know you're in alignment and your foundation is sturdy. You can weather a storm or two. And ultimately, that's what we're all looking for. We're looking for the thing that moves us and keeps us passionate and keeps us moving toward the thing in life that makes us feel whole and complete. And it's a lot of people try to find that wholeness and completeness in lots of things. And sometimes they find that they've put their whole identity into their job, and the job is only a source of funds. It's not something that they feel that they make an impact to. It's not something they feel connected to, where they feel that they're connecting with the world and bringing something to the world that's unique and uniquely them, and they're being authentic. That that's priceless. So, to recap, your vision clarifies where you're going, right? And your values help you discern what vehicle you need to use to get to the vision. So, I hope I've given you some food for thought. I hope I've given you some nuggets and some things to consider. But ultimately, this is how you build a great foundation, so that when you move like somebody, you actually move and you don't fall flat or feel stuck or feel burnt out. So, this is Mikki J signing off, and I love you all. Take care.